All right. Welcome, everyone, to admin today on Tuesday, June 22nd. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We will get it worked out for the next time. But hopefully you can at least hear us if you were out there. So let's dive right in. Is there any public comment on items not on today's agenda? Seeing none. Without objection, let's take things slightly out of order and dispense with items 6 through 21, which should take not much time. These are standard employment agreements. Chris, is there anything you'd like to highlight for us here?
So I would just highlight that Partnership does one-year employment contracts with its providers. So we see this every June where all their provider contracts come due because their contracts run July 1st through June 30th. And so you're going to see these in batches for the next couple of admin meetings to get through them. So these are existing employees at Partnership, existing providers with contract renewals.
Okay, items 6 through 21, what do you think?
I'd be motion to move items 6 through 21.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Public comment on standard employment agreements, items number 6 through 21. Whoa. Some sonar there. Okay, seeing none. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. Moving back to our order of business here. Dory, we have closing documents on 27 acres of bare land.
This is the gravel pit?
This is the gravel pit west of the Y, and so we had a buy-sell agreement and gone through the due diligence, received the appraisal, which was favorable for the county, and looked at some environmental issues, didn't see any, so I think, so we're ready to close today, and I know Shane is excited that this is occurring.
It's great.
Okay, any questions?
We visited, remember our visit?
Yes, we have been to this gravel pit in person.
Oh, I missed that
It was driving back from the rural fire department in Frenchtown. You had to leave early.
Oh, I missed out on a lot on that tour. That was, yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
Very good gravel pit.
It was a great gravel pit, a great move. We're gonna save money, and this will meet our gravel needs for quite a while. So I would move that the board approve the closing documents and authorize the chair to sign the closing documents for the purchase of the 27-acre gravel pit.
Second.
Any further discussion? Dory, did you have?
No, no discussion. I just need this document signed today.
Okay, we can do that, and this is for $380,289.04, if anyone is counting out there. So without further ado, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Dory, you have the next item.
Yeah, this item is a long-standing issue. I wish Andrew was here. It's been bugging him for, I don't know, 15 years, so we're getting it taken care of today. Back in 2005, Missoula County guaranteed a loan that Montech has with First Security Bank, and we guaranteed $1 million loan. Luckily, that has never come to fruition.
They never took the loan.
They took the loan, but they paid.
Okay.
They have paid.
And Dory, just a second. Is Dory loud enough? Can folks?
I'll get closer.
Okay.
So, it was $1 million guarantee that was required by the U.S. Economic Development Administration as a contingency of Montech getting the loan. Fairly complicated transaction that we probably shouldn't have been in as far as guaranteeing a loan. But regardless, we were not able to remove ourselves in the past from that loan due to the US EDA requirements. Montech has now refinanced that loan with First Security Bank, and First Security Bank and US EDA are releasing Missoula County from that guarantee.
Wonderful.
So, fairly simple transaction to get out of. It was complicated to be in. So the documents before you basically will release it and ask the trustee who happens to be me back from 2011, to release this loan.
Let us be
You don't want to continue being the trustee beyond your tenure with Missoula County?
I do not, and in
Okay.
fact, probably shouldn't have been in the first place, but that's water under the bridge.
Okay.
to quote the band and say, "We shall be released."
I take that as a motion.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
Second.
Any further discussion on being released from this burden that Dory has borne for years?
John, do you have anything to add to this? or-
No.
Okay.
No,
Do you know what item we're on, John?
literally, yes, yeah, I'm barely paying attention. I know, we shall be released.
All right.
Okay. Seeing no further discussion or comment, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thanks, Dory.
Great, thank you.
One other thing, just to
Yes,
say
please
thanks
do.
Story, who's has
Oh.
a week left with us, and has just
Yeah.
been such a wonderful person to have in our midst, and was super kind to me as a new person a little while ago. So I really appreciate you, Dory.
Well, thank
Thanks.
you. I actually don't think I have any admin items for next week. So.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, then we should
We need to-
celebrate Dory here.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Dory.
You want to sit to the side? Oh, there's no camera.
Camera doesn't matter.
Yeah, on camera.
All right. Jason, so we have medical and mental health services at the detention center.
Yeah, we did a competitive RFP process to select a new medical vendor, as our current vendor, Planned Parenthood Montana, is finishing their services on June 30th. And we've accepted WellPath Medical as the new vendor for that, which incorporates wraparound services for mental health as well, that we were able to incorporate into this contract. It's a 2-year contract, and we're here to present it to you for signing.
Questions?
I've heard an awful lot about this and have talked a bunch about it. I'm all good.
And you've had experience with WellPath before, right?
We have,
That's-
they're new to our system, but they are experienced throughout the U.S. in many facilities, and so far, they've done some transition work, and we're very impressed already.
It's great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you want to add, Cheryl?
No, just grateful for the opportunity to truly incorporate our mental health and our medical vendors for the first time. And just really, this is a unique opportunity to serve this population in a better way than we have before.
Okay.
And Jason and I had a tad bit of miscommunication, so the signature page is not before you, but we will get that sent over.
No problem.
We can electronically do that.
Yeah.
So you, Josh?
All right, I would, gosh,
Number 3.
number 3. There it is. Request the board sign the agreement for medical and mental health services for inmates between WellPath and the Missoula County Detention Center.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Coming all the way over here for.
thank you. John Hart, we have a request to approve and sign a subdivision improvements agreement and guarantee for C&H subdivision.
That's right, Commissioners. C&H subdivision, I wish I could tell you exactly where it is. I think it's somewhere west of here. That's, I can tell by the line. You know, one of the advantages of the virtual remote meetings is 2-3 minutes before your agenda item comes up and you think, gosh, I would like to be able to say something. You can look on your laptop and figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're sitting there in the chair, it's like, I blew it. I blew it. I
We
don't
have
know.
Shira and Sam,
I
but
don't-
do you guys?
They could probably tell us. Sam-
Yeah, Sam, where is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somewhere west of here, yes.
East.
That's east.
No, it's west.
Oh, it is west, okay.
Not much I can hear.
Okay.
I believe it's in the
Is
vicinity
this,
of the Y.
is this a major or a minor?
No, this is a small subdivision.
knows?
And it's actually a commercial industrial subdivision.
Okay.
It's not a residential subdivision. And it was platted in July of last year.
Okay.
And at that time, I brought to you a subdivision improvements agreement that was something south of $200,000 of work left to be done out there. The developers, Michael Hayes and Matt Kavanaugh, have not been able to complete all of the work. in the timeframe of the original improvements agreement. So they have submitted a new improvements agreement. The estimated cost of the remaining infrastructure is $83,490. They have guaranteed completion of that work, which is primarily road building, some earthwork, and some stormwater retention. They guaranteed that with a letter of credit from First Montana Bank. Is that the name of the bank? Local bank. Yeah, First Montana Bank, in that same amount of $83,490.75. And so I reviewed the agreement. They are promising to complete the improvements within a year, June 22nd, 2022. And that's the duration of the letter of credit also.
I'm sorry.
No, I have approved the agreement, and I recommend that you do the same.
So, thanks a lot, John. And just to be clear, this will be kind of 2 years out from when the preliminary plat was approved.
From the final plat.
From the final plat.
Actually, Commissioner, the preliminary, the commissioners gave preliminary approval to this subdivision on September 13th, 2018. So we're not quite 3 years out from that date. And as it stands now, the developers are promising to finish all the infrastructure by June of next year, so something a little bit less than 4 years out.
So, and I know you know exactly where I'm headed with this. So this 4-year timeline, the ensuing 3 years after the preliminary plat had nothing to do with anything regulatory. This was, as you said, the developer's ability to get this work done.
Yep, that's exactly right, Commissioner. That's roughly the time period it's taken them to satisfy and continuing to satisfy the conditions of preliminary approval. Although for this particular subdivision, the final plat has been filed since July of last year. They may or may not have actually sold some lots to the public at this point in time.
Thanks.
Okay.
And I almost said Commissioner Lounsbury.
The fourth commissioner lurking on.
On Highway 10 West, just west of the airport, is the location of the
There we
subdivision.
go. West is it.
Near our gravel pit.
Good. Near our gravel pit, headed that direction.
Okay, good call.
Good. Thanks for the background.
Did you have an opportunity to put a fine enough point on it?
I hope so. Martin, if you're out there, the 3 to 4 year delay here was because the developers had a really complicated job and had to get financing and contractors and get this work done, not because of anything within our midst or our control.
Got it, thanks, that'll be noted.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
I move to approve and sign subdivision improvements agreement and guarantee for CNH subdivision.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
Thanks.
Next, our final action item of the day is brought to us by Sam Scott. This is to authorize the chair to sign a statement of work for Montana Land Information Act grant awarded to Missoula County.
Yes, thank you. So a few months ago, you signed the application for the Montana Land Information Act grant for FY22. For the second year in a row, we were prioritized first in the state library's funding. And we have been awarded $39,046 to continue the Map Missoula project. That's slightly over what we requested because they would like us to present at a conference next spring, and so that funds travel and conference registration, that sort of stuff. But these funds will support a full-time temporary employee for the next 10 months to continue our GIS efforts and linking recorded documents to mapped parcels, and also 2 interns, one in the fall and one in the spring, partnering with the GIS program at the university to maintain that relationship. And yeah, we're here to ask you to sign to approve the statement of work.
Man, wow, way to be creative. Way to go, Sarah and Sam. Super cool. And to involve the university and get grants like this. It's just a great thing. So,
To be, a national role model.
yeah, and
This
then
is
invited to go
fantastic.
present at conferences. It's just well done. So can a person access some of this right now?
So Map Missoula as a whole is constantly building on the property information system, and we're adding little features here and there all the time. The main kind of infrastructure behind all of it won't be released until it's comprehensive. We don't want just partial information out there, but we are using it in some of our review processes already to speed up some of the work we have to do when we're reviewing subdivision applications and exemptions, that sort of stuff.
So is there an opportunity for anyone to get a teaser or to see some of this?
We can absolutely put that together.
Okay.
That would be great. That would be great. Thanks.
Because
Yeah.
Martin will want to.
Yeah, we should do that and have
on.
the media be part of it whenever you guys feel like the time is right.
We'll be presenting at a couple other conferences aside from this one. The Montana Association of Planners. Hopefully, we're going to submit a proposal to present at their conference this fall, as well as the Clerk and Recorder Conference in a couple months. So we'll absolutely have some stuff that we can share.
I heard that Clerk and Recorder one's just a rager.
Rowdy.
Yeah, all good stuff, and always nice to get more money than what you originally asked for.
Yeah.
So,
A rarity there. All right, I would make the motion that the board approve the chair to sign the statement of work.
Second.
This grant.
further discussion, public comments, questions from the media. Okay, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks a
Shira.
lot, Sam and
Thanks,
Shira.
Sharon.
Any correspondence we need to deal with today? Nothing. Other communications items?
For the
Oh,
July date?
Well, it's only a correction insofar as apparently we had the wrong information we provided the media. So on July 6th, we will not be having a meeting to decide on putting a marijuana tax before the voters, because we will not have a quorum of the commission that entire week after the 4th of July, so we will need to figure out a different date to schedule that. Martin, if you reported on that, we'll need to make sure that that is duly noted.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, when the opportunity came up, just if anybody can offer a quick comment to fill out Allison's fantastic press release, just on exactly how the county will go about deciding what to do with the revenue from the marijuana sales tax, if it were to pass.
Yeah, I would say, Martin, that there are a whole range of uses to which the revenue could be put, some of which we are very familiar. As well you and others know, we had a local option gas tax nullified this last legislative session. So certainly there are hard choices in front of us in terms of how we're going to maintain our roads and infrastructure, how we are, beyond the gas tax that we no longer have, how we're going to provide other essential services without continuing to raise property taxes. So there's a tax relief element that's probably baked into our use of any revenue from potential marijuana tax. There's also just the range of services that we are currently providing and struggling to provide and maintain, such as addressing homelessness in our community, housing, the list goes on. Josh, Juanita?
I'd love just to add something. Martin, as you well know, Missoula County is growing fast. And as more people live here, we need to extend services farther out and to those folks. And the property tax that any one household pays does not cover the cost of delivering services to that household. Those costs are spread amongst all of us. So having an additional source of revenue lightens the burden on all of us. So in this way, the marijuana tax on recreational marijuana will arrest or slow property tax growth a little bit. We are generally a bit reticent to say it's going to go here or there rather than go everywhere, because we don't really know how much money is going to be raised yet. It's all just projections. So we're going to proceed with care on this.
Great, thank you.
Proceed with care. That is the phrase of the day, perhaps.
Something I'm not known for.
I was like, not known
Not
for.
you.
Okay. I think what the commissioner was really trying to describe was reckless
Reckless.
motion forward.
Yeah.
No, just joking. Anything else? Upcoming meetings. Okay, we are done in.
That was the most items
27
in the least time. Yeah,
Excellent.
all those employment agreements.
Oh, Juanita, did you have something you want? Okay. Without further ado, though, we will be adjourned.
Okay, thanks, everybody.